This is Real Estate Today.
Hello and welcome to Real Estate Today, your trusted program for everything property, housing, investment, and community development. My name is Marian, and today's episode is themed Land and Law, Securing Property the Right Way. Today, we will break down the legal framework of land ownership, explain essential documents, and guide you on how to avoid the common pitfalls when it comes to acquiring property. This is Real Estate Today. Welcome to the show. You're still watching Real Estate Today, brought to you courtesy M.I. Okoro and Associates and Q Shelter. Now it's time for Property Polls, where we bring you the latest developments shaping Nigeria's real estate sector. We'll be focusing on land ownership trends, legal disputes, and the increasing importance of proper documentation in property transactions across the country.
Land, one of the most valuable assets anyone can own. Yet, across the country, ownership is becoming increasingly complex, with disputes and uncertainty on the rise. As demand for land grows, so do cases of double allocation, boundary conflicts, and fraudulent transactions, making proper documentation more critical than ever. From certificates of occupancy to survey plans and deed registrations, documentation has become the backbone of secure land ownership. Without it, buyers are exposed to legal battles, financial loss, and years of uncertainty. As a result, awareness is growing and more people are prioritizing due diligence before making any commitment. In today's property market, owning land is no longer just about purchase, it's about protection. And in a landscape filled with uncertainty, proper documentation remains the strongest foundation of all.
Wannan abu da kuke gani shine halin da yawa daga cikin 'yan Najeriya waɗanda suke zaune a ƙasashen ƙetare suke fama da shi. Za su turo da kuɗi, su amincewa mutane, amma daga ƙarshe babu gida, babu dalilinsu. Barka da zuwa Renewed Hope City, Janguza. Unguwa ce mai cike da tsaro, sannan kuma a kowane gida an samar da solar inverter, an samar muku da tituna fetar, ga makarantu na Islamiyya da kuma na boko, akwai wuraren ibada, akwai kuma gurin shakatawa domin shakatawa tare da iyalanka. Wannan shine 3-bedroom terrace, wato gida mai ɗaki 3 tare da kuma BQ. Wannan shine gida mai ɗaki 4, wato 4-bedroom bungalow. Wannan da kuke gani shine gida mai ɗaki 3, wato 3-bedroom bungalow. Wannan shine 4-bedroom duplex, wato gida mai ɗaki 4 tare da BQ da kuma study room, wato ɗakin karatu. Muna da Renewed Hope City, Janguza, Kano, Karsana, Abuja. Muna kuma da 2004 Estate, Lagos, Ogun State, Shagamu. Waɗannan gidaje an yi su ne da sahalewar gwamnatin tarayya tare da haɗin gwiwa da kamfaninmu na Q Shelter. An gina su cikin tsari, gaskiya da kuma cikakkiyar kulawa. Barka da zuwa Renewed Hope City, Janguza, inda kowa kan iya mallakar gida cikin sauki kuma ka zauna lafiya tare da iyalanka. Za ka iya mallakar gida ka biya cikin sauki ko kuma ka ɗauki tsarin mortgage wanda za ka biya daga yanzu har tsawon shekaru 30 ba tare da ka biya kuɗin ruwa ba. Renewed Hope City, hanyar mallakar gida cikin sauki.
Welcome back. This is still Real Estate Today, brought to you courtesy M.I. Okoro and Associates and, of course, a Q Shelter. Since the creation of the Land Use Act of 1978 by the Obasanjo military government, it has meant that every land in the urban area within the geographical delineation in the state is entrusted in the hands of the governor to hold these lands in trust for the good people of the state. And the governor is required to grant a certificate of occupancy to any individual from the state for the use of the land for a specific purpose for a maximum tenure of 99 years. Welcome on the show, Barrister Chigozie Awuna, Principal Partner, Victory Chambers Legal Practitioners, who who will help us understand the legal side of land acquisition. It's great to have you on the show.
Yeah.
Since I was young, I have heard C of O. Before I even knew what C of O meant, my mother has been shouting C of O. What is this thing of certificate of occupancy that it almost looks like it's the holy grail to get C of O? Does your property have C of O? Governor's consent. Why is it so difficult? The act is clear. It seems like if I need the land, I can get it. Why is the procedure almost impossible?
Well, the C of O is the statutory right of occupancy issued by government to grant you, to confirm the right of occupancy for a fixed period of time. Normally, it is issued on a virgin land.
Okay.
A land that has not title before.
Oh, okay.
And is the most original or authentic evidence of ownership in Nigeria. So when you occupy, it's the government that has the right to issue the right of occupancy. So when you obtain a land and you do your due diligence and the land is not under government acquisition, then the next is to apply to government to get that statutory right of occupancy for you to own the property for a fixed period of time.
Now, I know it's for 99 years. Some of us inherited property from our parents. Probably already had it 50 years ago. But some of those properties didn't have a C of O. But you have what some call deed of assignment. You have that. So if I inherited it from my mother, for instance, and it didn't have a C of O, but I have the land survey and all that, can I still apply? Since it's not exactly a virgin land, she's built a house on it, that's the house I grew up in, can I, even though she's passed away, apply for this C of O?
C of O is given to an individual once. Once a land has a C of O and you want to transfer it to another person, you now do what they call deed of assignment. Deed of assignment is a legal instrument used to transfer your legal interest in a land to another individual. So if your mother has 99 years, the government gave her 99 years under a C of O, and she lived for 50 years. She already had spent 50 years and remaining 49 years. So the interest you are transferring to another person is just 49 years remaining on that C of O. So what you are transferring, the interest remaining on that C of O. You are not transferring 99 years. Okay. You are transferring 49 years. So you now use deed of assignment to transfer the interest. Then the new buyer will now go and perfect it. Okay. The procedure of perfection is that he will go to the government and get governor's consent. Because by Land Use Act, before you can transfer a land, the government has to consent to it. It has to get a governor consent. Then after governor consent, you now go and register it in land registry so that the law will now recognize her as the new owner of the land.
This is quite educative because so many things you've said that I'm not sure a lot of us are doing. Let me take you back now. Take you back. What are if I want to buy a property, and somebody says this is land, Marian, come and buy. What are the documents I should be asking as a prospective buyer? Do you have this? Do you have this before I take on that property?
If you see a land that you want to buy, the first question you ask the person: what title does he have? Is there a C of O? Is there a deed of assignment? Is there a conveyance? A conveyance is a common law or traditional instrument used to transfer rights of property. That is, they are used before Land Use Act. Okay. You can see that those properties that were sold 1960s, you see conveyance. Yes. It's the same way of transferring a legal title to the land, but they are no more used. There is no modern way of transferring interest in land. Okay. Modern way of transferring interest in land is deed of assignment. But even if it's a conveyance, so when you know the title the person has, you now go to land registry to go and conduct search. One, you have to know whether the person selling it is the owner, because the name is registered in land registry. Then you now know whether the person has used that property to obtain loan. Is there a encumbrance on it? Is there a court suit on it? Or whether it's under government acquisition. That is when it's not registered and it's more risky. But if it's already registered, you will be able to get it in land registry to check all this. And when you find out that they are okay, the title is okay, it's your lawyer that will do that because you don't know your left and right in respect of this. You just approach a property lawyer that is conversant with this. You will now go and do those search. But if the property is not registered, that means it's a fresh land. You have to do a survey and use that survey to go to Surveyor General Office to go and chart the survey. That place, you will not know whether the land is under acquisition because it's a fresh land. It has not been registered before. If you do not chart it, you will not know the position of the land. From the Surveyor General Office, you will be able to know whether there is encumbrance, whether it's committed, whether the land government has reserved it to use it for school or police or for government purpose. From the Surveyor General Office, you'll be able to know this. So if you now find out that it's okay, that's when you will now go forward to apply for CFO for a fresh land that has not been registered. But if it's committed, that is a red flag. You cannot buy such property because you will not register. You won't have a title to it.
Okay, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, I want to also talk about estates because there's in Lagos there's a proliferation of estates, and when we buy land within an estate, we feel protected. We feel like, oh, they've done all the homework, and you can go ahead. And I know personally, sometimes later on, you have the sign from Lagos State, and you are shocked because when you were buying the property to build, they tell you to pay a particular amount for documentation, which you paid. Yes. But when Lagos State comes and they slap that thing on your gate, when you go to the estate office people, they tell you, go and face Lagos State. You're a lawyer. What are my rights? What can I do? All of that when we come back after this break.
Yes, so my business people, your golden opportunity don't land to Brekete. Alhaji Latifat Olufunke Bajabiamila. Ultra modern market don't open for allowance in Lagos. And guess what? Shops they for sale. With the help of one correct Ogbonge real estate company, Surulere local government, they give you chance to get your own shop. No more landlord wahala. 5% discount day. Pay just 20% first. Then balance the remaining small for 12 months. Oh yeah, choose your shop. Now small shop you want, 3.3 square meters. Now 5.5 million naira. Standard shop, ground floor, 15 square meters, 16.5 million naira. First floor, 15 square meters, 11 million naira. Second floor, 15 square meters, 8.8 million naira. And many more follow. Oya for more information, call M.I. Okoro and Associate for 0803-847-8435, 0808-434-3631 or 0818-412-0415. No door yourself. Grab your own shop today.
Welcome back. We're still here with Barrister Chigozie Awuno, Principal Partner, Victory Chambers, a legal practitioner. Now, I said before the break, because of all the issues of money there, buying a property and you don't know who owns it, and all the, a family that will come later and say, my brother sold it without my instant and consent and all that. People started believing in estates. Estates started coming up. An estate will say they have all the papers. You will go, you'll be charged even money for documentation for your personal, especially if you're building on the land. Documentation and all that, and then you build. And then years later, you see the sign on your gate that there's no documentation, and the Lagos State will give you like 4 or 5 offices that, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't do that. As simple as even the plans of the building, which was submitted to the estate who said it got approval. We thought we were safe in that. What are my rights, first of all, if this happened, and what should I learn from it?
First thing is that before buying the land, those people, did they go and do the investigation? Yes, the estate told you that they have the proper documentation? Did you investigate their
so you
documentation?
Still have to
you still have to do that because of your money. Because if the money, you pay the money, it's gone. It's not coming back. So it's your duty to do the due diligence. Ask them, let me have the survey plan of this property. Go to land registry or even just get the coordinates of that survey plan and go to the Surveyor General office. Chart that survey and know whether that land is committed. It's only when the land is committed that the government will come after it. Some of them will get land that the government has acquired, but they will be going for a cession. A cession is where the government has acquired the land, but later they will not gazette it. They will release it for them. But eventually, some of them are not released by the government. But the intention when they are going for it is that they will get the cession on that land. But eventually, they don't get the cession. That means it's still the government property. And government will still come for their property. Whether you have built, whether people have, it doesn't concern them. So you have to do due diligence by getting to the survey they are using, or even take your surveyor and go and pick coordinates there. Go and chart that land and be sure that it's not under government acquisition. It's only when a land is government owned that government will go after their land. Whether it's 100 years to come, they will go after their land because it has been mapped from the beginning of that they will use it for a particular purpose. Just like this coastal road has been there for a long time that there will be coastal road on this. So whether the family sell the land or not, or they will still come for their land. And when they come, they will demolish everything. So it remains for you to do your due diligence to be sure you are not buying a government land. But sometimes you will do your due diligence, you register it has a government can decide, oh, we want to use this place for something, but they will compensate you because it's registered.
Okay. Now, let me go back to that 99-year tenure. You know how we feel like a land is our own forever and ever. So, I mean, if your mother gave you, it's 49 years left, yeah, okay. What if you give your child? It reduces again to maybe 9 years left.
Yes.
Would they really take it after 99 years? Or what can happen after 99 years? Can I go back and ensure that the land stays in my family? Is there something to be done?
Well, the land use act said it's for a fixed period of time, which the government has given. We have not lived up to 99 years after the land use act. Maybe after the 99 years, the government will now ask you to pay another money for you to own it. I don't think the government will take it except they want to use the place for a public use. They will compensate the person, although your time has expired. So I don't think, but I believe that by the time the 99 years elapses, the government will now tell the owners how much they will pay the government to continue or to do some documentation to also have the place for more years.
So what I see, what I understand from and understand from this conversation is that in acquisition of property, because of the need to understand documentation, having a legal representative is, very important, because we always think it's just maybe the agent, the surveyor, but the lawyer is not just to sign agreement 10%. It seems like a lot of work for the lawyer is essential.
Very important, but people underrate that aspect.
Yes.
When somebody wants to buy a land, he will prefer to pay an agent 10%. He will pay the landowner his money. He will not consult his lawyer until when he has an issue. That's when he now brings the lawyer in. But that is the first thing you should do when you want to buy a property. By telling your lawyer, you want to buy this property, the lawyer will now go and do the due diligence. Do you know that if your lawyer failed to do what he's supposed to do, and you have problem on that property, you can sue the lawyer.
Wow.
Yes, for negligence. For negligence, because you brief him on time to help you to know your problem in that land. If he failed to do what he's supposed to do, you can sue the lawyer for negligence. So it's very important, but people don't want to pay that money to lawyer.
Okay, now to round up, just to remind us again, when I'm thinking of getting a property, what kind of documentation should I be looking out for?
When you want to get a property, first of all, after doing your due diligence, getting to know whether the land is under acquisition, you ask the owner of the land to give you his title document, a copy of his title document. That copy of his title document, you will now take it to lands. to do your land search. Then if it's a fresh land that you want to apply for C of O, you ask for family receipt.
Okay.
It's very important. The family receipt, they're signed by the principal members of the family. Then the deed of assignment, transferring the land to you. Then you will get an application form, C of O application form, and your survey plans. These are the things that you will use to do your registration.
Thank you so much. First of all, you just get a lawyer, because even me, I feel like, okay, some things I have to go back and change, but thank you so much for this education and information. I truly enjoyed speaking with you. All right, you're still watching Real Estate Today, brought to you courtesy MI Okoro and Associates and Q Shelter. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
The Renewed Hope City, Kasana, is a carefully planned residential community located just minutes from Gwarinpa and Abuja's central business district. Designed to give working families, first-time buyers, and investors a place they can truly call home. Home options include a well-designed 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms flat, as well as a 3-bedroom terrace duplex with a BQ. Each unit built with structure, safety, and long-term living in mind. Beyond the homes, the estate provides the essentials that matters: reliable power through a dedicated mini-grid, solar-powered street lights with CCTV coverage, clean water supply, and shared spaces planned for everyday living.
Now it's time to take you out of the studios onto our site. On our City and Site Watch segment today, we bring you updates from ongoing estate developments across Nigeria. Here is a look at a project where proper land documentation and legal compliance have ensured smooth development and investor confidence.
Once again, this is Engineer Leko. As we promised you the last episode, that there's going to be a progress. As you can see, we are at our casting level, our first floor casting level. This is our slab, and which we have our 150 mm slab thickness. Also, we have some of the slab thickness are 175 mm, and we have our 1.5 3 mix ratio. As you can see, the next week episode, you will see that we've casted these half and even the full blocks, making it a complete block by the next episode. Okay, as you can see, these are the artisans. This is our carpenter. This is our iron bender. As you can see, look at our mix ratio here. Look at our mix ratio here. Look at the mix, 1.5 3 mix, and you can see we have our 16 mm rebar. We have our columns here. This is 16 mm. Also, that is 20 mm. We have our 25 in place. While we have some of our columns 450 by 225. So many columns. As you can see, there is progress, and we can assure you that we have assurance and quality here that this structure is going to last.
This one no be just ordinary housing project o. Na smart living and better life all joined together for one place. Welcome to this ogbonge housing estate along Lagos Badagry Expressway, very close to Lagos State University, where better location meet comfort. The land strong well, no sand feeling, meaning say your house go stand gidigba from foundation reach top. We even get different fine home options like 3-bedroom flat, 4-bedroom terrace and semi-detached duplex, plus 4 and 5-bedroom fully detached duplex. All the design get plenty space, comfort and modern living. work still dey go on like this. If you buy early, you go get priority allocation and sharp handover once e complete. This one no be just house, na solid investment, correct location and better future. This estate na where your future go settle well. Contact MI Okoro and Associates, 35 Ademola Street, Ikoyi, Lagos. Call the numbers wey dey your screen or visit www.miokoroandassociates.ng today. Your better life starts here.
As we close today's episode, one thing is obvious. Securing property requires more than just financial readiness. It requires legal awareness and proper documentation. Today, we had explored the legal framework of land ownership, key documents, and the importance of due diligence in property transaction. Now, by following the right processes, you can avoid disputes, you can protect your investment, and you can enjoy true peace of mind. Thank you so much for being a part of Real Estate Today, brought to you courtesy MI Okoro and Associates, and of course, Q Shelter. My name is Marian. I will be back same time next week, and we will unlock more opportunities in property, investment, and community development across Nigeria. Thank you for watching.